every day. Aim high, miss never. Welcome to Mortgage Influence. This podcast is dedicated to bringing you cutting-edge tips to truly influence at a completely higher level. I'm Adam Hires. I help loan officers quickly add multiple six figures to their income. 2 ways to have zero impact as a loan officer. We're going to dive into that today and really talk about what it takes to have impact and grow your business quickly and predictably. You got the loan officer, the Top Gun loan officer logo in the back. Right now, we're in the midst of having another Top Gun loan officer challenge with our group. Last time it yielded people going from zero, nothing, having no referral partners, no referrals to 8 referring partners, getting deals in the pipeline, 4 or 5 deals in the pipeline over that course of that time, having predictable business, getting referrals predictably every single week and growing their business, and people that have been in the business for 19 years having the best months ever. So I'm excited for our group. And gosh, if you are ready to supercharge your business, gosh, get over to hirescoaching.com, schedule a clarity call today. I tell you, we will help you grow and get beneath the surface. One of our clients, Brad, had shared his thoughts about our program, and it was really humbling because he's talking about getting into the psychological triggers, the things that really help people bring out the best of themselves, not just you, but your prospects, to get below the surface, neurological ways, and to bring out the best, to help them make a decision that they trust you, that they want to use you, regardless if they have a referral partners already or not. If they have a loan officer they're already sending business to. So oftentimes I'm hearing right now, oh, well, people have a loan officer. Well, so what? It's up to you to sell. Did you think you're in this mortgage business just to do a good job in your loans? That is the minimum standards. And it's not about rates, terms, and all this other garbage. It is about your ability to influence, your ability to open people up to having a different way of going about their business, to having these conversations that are not just spammy, right? You show up to the meeting and start talking about rates, terms, and how quickly you're going to close and all this other garbage, and they've heard that before. So having a ways, like we have our 13-step perfect meeting formula that is designed to particularly easily get business. And it's up to you to learn those skills in this market to grow your business predictably. Is no longer okay not to be working these skills and have the roadmap and have the confidence to go forward and have the success triad, as we call it, those 3 pillars to grow your business. And we're really going to talk about that because that does dovetail into a lot of stuff we're going to talk about today. And this is going to be, probably a shorter one, but I want you to dive in. I want you to think about this. I want you to think a little differently about how you're showing up, what you're thinking right now in this market, so you can start to make the changes necessary to grow in this market, in this crazy market, but in this beautiful market. So there's two ways to have zero impact as a loan officer. Number one, a realist who never dreams. And the second is a dreamer that never connects with reality. So I want to repeat those. 2 ways to have zero impact as a loan officer today is a realist who never dreams and a dreamer that never connects with reality. So I want you to think about your business. Are you a realist right now? And you're going, okay, I'm a realist. This market is bad. It's horrible. The rates are doing this. The real estate agents don't want to use me that. And that's just the way it is. And the market's going to be, worse than it was before. So that means, right? Because it's always that means I'm not going to be able to do as much volume. That means that it's going to be a struggle. That means I need to cut back in my marketing. That means it's all these things that are negative and just going down that pathway because you're disguising this realist, quote unquote, as it's just, that's the way it is, right? And you're the realist that never dreams, right? So think about if you are the realist that never dreams. You never dream for the better outcome. You never dream that you could do more. You never dream that you can gain the skill sets. You never dream that you have the confidence to go forward and really grow in this market because guess what? Others are not doing it. Why could I do it? It's just the way it is. It's not the way it is. You have to acknowledge, right? We're going to acknowledge that there is a difference, but a lot of things are the same. It just comes down to whether you are having the right conversations, whether you are really a value add and not showing up and throwing up and saying, hey, here's all the value I'm going to give. Here's all the delivery that I'm going to be able to give to you. And I'm going to help you grow your business. But you really just show up and just tell them a whole bunch of stuff and see if something sticks, rather than really showing up as the value add because you're asking great questions. You're getting into the neurological reasons why someone wants to grow. And right now I can tell you that, for example, if you're talking to real estate agents, this is a perfect time. Real estate agents are about to just jump ship with a lot of their partnerships. You know why? Because they're getting the realists that are going down with them. They don't have certainty. They're talking to these loan officers. They're not certain that they are saying bad stuff too. Oh, I know it's horrible in this market. You are the value add because you're coming with, you're showing up with certainty, because you are the realist that also dreams and knows, hey, listen, we can grow in this market. There's still deals to be had. This is a perfect moment where we can have the best growth possible, because it's going to clear the path for us, the dreamer, the realist that is a dreamer. And the second thing is, we can't obviously be the dreamer that just never connects with reality. Yeah, the reality is, you can't just go, okay, well, everything's hunky-dory and I'm just going to keep doing what I'm doing and everything's going to be good and that's fine. Really connecting to the reality. Hey, listen, this is winter season right now in the loans right now. It's coming up to winter itself, but it's the winter season. Things are a little tougher. Things are going to be a little, you're going to have to be more concise. You're going to have better value. You're going to have better conversations. You're going to have more conversations. You're going to have better marketing. You're going to have strategies that are going to help you win every day. You're going to tighten up these processes. You're going to have to be better in this market. So you have to be real with yourself. You can't just be the dreamer who says, hey, I'm just going to keep doing what I'm doing and hunky-dory, everything's good. We have to acknowledge the fact that there is an issue. And that's, by the way, what I talk about all the time when it comes to people doing affirmations. Maybe you've been doing affirmations and you're saying, hey, I'm a 20-month producer and you're doing 5, or I'm this freaking great whatever. And you're saying you're the dreamer. That's like the dreamer that's not based in reality, because your unconscious mind is saying that's BS. You are struggling. You're not this person. We have to acknowledge, we always have to acknowledge there is a problem. This is reality. This is what's going on. But then we have to go, let's break any action. What is that we can do? What can we do more of? What can you do better? Not why are we not doing well? Because that's a really horrible thing to start saying, why am I not doing this much? Why am I not doing as much as others doing? That is comparison. It will steal joy. It will steal your volume. It will steal your income. It will steal your life. But if you can ask what questions and say, hey, what can I do more of? What is the things that I can do right now to grow my business? What did I do well today that I can do more of tomorrow? What can I do? What did I do good today that I can amplify tomorrow? What partnerships do I have now that I can dive into and we can together eke out a few more deals, right? That's another one, right? Going in certainty with the agents that you already have, with the partnerships you already have, and showing up and having these business meetings with certainty and say, hey, listen, I acknowledge the fact that right now it is a crazy time, but here is the outcome that we can have. Let's acknowledge what's going on. And even in a conversation, if you're having a conversation with somebody that you've not done is a bang up job, acknowledge there is, hey, listen, this thing's so funky. I didn't follow up with you good enough. I didn't do this good enough. But here, going forward, this is what we're going to do together. And I tell you what, this is the time we're going to grow. So really, again, go back to, where are you at right now? Are you having zero impact because you are one of these two categories? You are just whistling along going, okay, everything's going to be okay. It's just going to get better. Oh, everything's fine. It's good. It's, and then you're not doing what it takes to actually grow your business. Or are you the person that is saying, oh, I'm just a realist and this is the way it's going to be, but you're not dreaming to do more? to do better right now, if you will take this and say, hey, how can I dive into my business and how can I be certain that my business is going to grow, because there is acknowledgement of this is what's going on, but I'm going to dream of what I can do. I'm going to dream of the bigger outcomes, the bigger journey that I'm on, because my why is stronger than the hardest loan. My why is stronger than the worst month. My why is stronger than a 7% rate. My why is what is going to drive me forward to get more loans, make more money in this market, because I understand this market, but I also understand, more importantly, that there is a way, there is a designed way that I can grow my business now, because I'm totally worth it. And you are totally worth it, but you can be totally worth it and not deserve it. You can be totally worth it and not deserve it. You can be totally worth it and not deserve it. I want you to really think about that. You can be totally worth it, like you are good enough, but you have to deserve it. You have to do the things that's required in this market to grow. So you are this amazing person, but you're going to have to show people you're this amazing person. You're going to have to make that call. By the way, I was at a great event this last week. It was good. And I'm in this coaching program, and I'm always getting, feedback and help me grow, because that's what you should be doing. Invest in yourself and growth, saying, hey, what's the strategies? What's the mindsets? What's the things we can really be doing and work on our business? What can we do more of? So I was at this event. It was amazing. So one of the things that really was critical in this whole process is just thinking a little differently and going back to the basics and thinking about this, because I always advocate, like, you've got to pick up the phone, right? But it was really cool because, this is this company that has just funnels. They have marketing messages going on. They have all these things working for them. They're ultra successful, just crushing it. The business owners making tons of money, millions of dollars. Everybody's making great money. They're serving a lot of folks, and they're just doing it in a really cool way, right? And they have these, again, marketing messages, funnels, all the things, all the pizzazz. But you know what? They had a speaker get up there that's in the top of their company and talking about, what you got to follow up with people. You got to call. You got to pick up the phone. This is from internet marketers and people that are ultra successful. And somewhere along the lines, as loan officers, it's like, oh, well, hey, let's do the cool things. Let's do the fancy thing here. Let's try to out-trick it here. When in reality, you could do some of the same things. I believe in, we train, we coach, like, ways to be different, ways to market differently, way to show up differently, way to have these different mechanisms that are going to be funneling in prospects, funneling in referral partners. However, here's the deal. Like, if you're not picking up the phone, you are freaking losing out. We could say all these other things and go, hey, let's just dance around the subject of, I don't feel good enough to pick up the phone and have a conversation with somebody I had a conversation with before, and to have a conversation with this referral partner that maybe we've done a deal together before, or maybe we met networking together, or maybe somebody gave me their name and did an introduction. I'm not going to pick up the phone. I'm going to kind of message them. No, pick up the phone, have the conversation. You got to do it. People say all the time, well, phone doesn't work now. That's bull crap. You got to quantify that. Data over drama. Like, how much drama are you putting in your mind thinking that doesn't work? Well, if you call 100 people, for example, and 20 people answer, and then all of a sudden you get 2 partnerships from that, and that partnership is worth 30 grand a piece. That's 60 grand you made on 100 calls. So what it boils down to is, what's your skill set and having a conversation and picking up the phone? How can you be different when you're having a conversation, not just saying the same old lame-o of, oh, did you work or play last weekend? You have real, authentic conversations about them, asking questions about them, getting into the real pain points of what they have, and see whether you can actually help them. And so this is the key to your success. You're going to have this in mind. The 2 ways that you will have zero impact is realistic, who never dreams, and a dreamer that never connects with reality. You are a dreamer, but you're based in reality of what you need to do, how you need to show up, what calls you need to make, what marketing messages you need to put out. And if you're struggling with some of those things, like, what do you do? Because this is a common thing. You show up, and you're like, okay, what's the next thing I do? And you stay into decision fatigue. You just need a roadmap. You're likely just that roadmap away, but know that you have a much bigger dream. You have a much bigger why. Tie that together and dream bigger while knowing what the market's doing right now and what you need to do to win. And we help you along the way, or get some other mentorship to help you along the way and get that roadmap. So steep everything in the fact that, like, you are real, you're raw, but you're very much a dreamer. You very much have your why that's going to outshine whatever the market does, whatever 7% or 8% or less inventory or more competition or realtors don't want to talk to you. Your why has to be really, really there. And you have to be dreaming the bigger dream of what you can actually accomplish. And guess what? You'll start accomplishing that. You'll start attracting differently. People will start showing up differently to you, and you will completely change the way you show up, the way you make income, the way you attract, the partnerships you have, the referrals that you're getting, the higher end referrals, and you're not just bottom feeding and trying to go after every bad deal possible, because you are confident, you're certain, because you have a realist mentality with a dreamer's mentality coupled together, and you will grow now in this market. Go out there and absolutely crush it. Limited risk equals limited income.